right, that was a quick walk around our Aston Martin DB9 Volante. Now I'm gonna get a little bit closer in more detail, show you some of the little imperfections scattered around the vehicle. There's not really a whole lot of really anything major to show you, but just some little nicks and chips and just some things to be aware of that might not be easy to spot in the photos. So there's just some chips and scratches around the hood area, so you can see a couple little spots here that look like they were touched up. We have another scratch here, and then another. It's tough to see in the light, but a little one there. We have a couple, just some stuff that need to be wiped off, but there's a little scratch there, and again, for perspective, pretty small. We have paint chip here on the passenger side quarter panel. We have some chips and bubbling, I'm not really sure what to call that, on that side strake. There we have this little crack in the paint on the fender there. Then we just have some paint chips around the lower part of the bumper, which is pretty typical of really any car that gets driven even somewhat regularly. There's a little bit of chipping, cracking right here under the driver's side headlight. Kind of the same thing that was on the passenger side, maybe not as bad on this side, but there's just some little specks there. Take a look at the wheel. We have just a couple chips around the insides of the spokes here, but no major curbing or rash or anything like that. Take a look at the mirror. Just some, might just be bug splatter, but nothing really significant there. Now the driver's side entry, we have a couple little scratches around here, around the keyhole area. There's some just some little marks. We have another paint chip here above the driver's side rear wheel, another one there. We have these little, I wouldn't call them rips or punctures, but because I'm sure they don't go all the way through, but these just little marks on the surface of the convertible soft top. Looks like we have a little paint chip here under where the license plate frame is. We have a little bit of separation of the rear window there. You can see the condition around the outside there. Doesn't look like there's anything too bad on this side of the convertible top. So this rear wheel here has a little bit more scuffing and damage than the other ones. You can see around here some of the paint chipping off there. Nothing structurally, nothing really to be concerned about structurally, but just some imperfections there. Looks like there's a little bit of paint work, a little bubbling here on the passenger side door handle, and then around the keyhole there as well. Maybe a little chip here on the side mirror, but there's a little scratch as well, but you can't even really feel that one. So that is, and let's actually get a little bit lower before I conclude this. Looks like there might be a little bit of a scrape on the bottom of the side skirt there. at my height, couldn't really see that from where I was standing, but was able to notice that and want to bring that to your attention. Maybe the one on that side as well, right here. So just a little thing I want to make you guys aware of. We'll go inside the car. Let's see. So the only thing I really noticed is they finish inside the screen here, and then on the odometer and info display in the middle there. There's just been some, I don't know, deformation of the displays there. Just naturally happens with these kinds of displays over time, I guess. And we just have a couple paint chips around this center control area, but otherwise not a whole lot for interior of this age. Side bolsters, you know, pretty standard wear, nothing to really be concerned about there. And that is just an overall tour of our Aston Martin DB9 Volante.